Hi, this is Doctor Who Reviews and More, letting you know to stay tuned for a new video of Doctor Who Reviews and More. And today we're going to talk about Star Trek Picard. Hi everyone, welcome to this video. And in this video I want to talk about Star Trek. Everyone has different opinions about Star Trek Picard season 2. So, I have been watching the three first episode of Picard season 2. The first episode you were introduced to the Borg, Q, and Guinan. So it opens up with that they are meeting the Borg. And, they got a message that they tried to investigate. And the message says, "We need help. Picard, we need help." So they tried to find Picard. So they did. And they told him about the message, and they played the message for him. So when Picard went back to the Stargazer with this woman that shows up, he said, "Open a channel or a communication or something," and he said, "This is Admiral Picard." And then he said it a couple of times, and then the Borg answered. And then they said, "We need your help." And then something happened, and there was this mysterious person that shows up because the Borg transported a person or something inside their force field. So they put the force field up and thought that this will help us to against the Borg, because the Borg can't transport into our shields. But they were wrong, because the Borg, they did. And then there was this person. You didn't see its face, no. And that person says, "Picard, look up." And then something happens. Picard was home. Yeah. In his house or a building. And then a android comes and asks Picard something, and then Q shows up. Yeah. And then the episodes end. But many scenes before that, you see Picard went to this bar. And inside the bar, guess who we're gonna see? Yeah. Well, if you remember, many years ago, in Star Trek Next Generation, you see a woman in Next Generation, a black woman. Yeah, Guinan. Yeah, she works in that bar, and Picard went there to talk to her. and they talk. So, well, that was nice to see Guinan back. But, but I hope that Whoopi Goldberg will stay on for a couple of episodes. Maybe we see an episode that Guinan and Q fights each other. That could be awesome. So we were introduced to Guinan in this episode, the first episode, and we were introduced to Q. Yeah, Q is back. And you know what? Q is a little, how can I put it? Well, he's a little different in Picard. Well, he's old. You see his old face. But, well, he was young a little bit, a little couple of seconds. And then he snaps his fingers, and then he was old, just like Picard. But Q was a little different than the old Q as we know it. Yeah. But Guinan were back. That was awesome to see. And before, in a program called The View or something, a couple of years ago, we see that Patrick Stewart asks Whoopi Goldberg if she wants to come and reprise her role as Guinan on Star Trek Picard. So if you haven't watched that video, well, you can go to YouTube and search Patrick Stewart and Whoopi Goldberg. Maybe you find that clip, and then you can see for yourself. Because in that video, you see Patrick Stewart, who also play Captain Jean-Luc Picard, asked Whoopi Goldberg, do you want to come back and play Guinan for the second time? And then, a couple of years later, boom, there she is. So, that was Guinan and the Borg and Q in episode 1. But, episode 1 ended in a cliffhanger. Yeah, in a cliffhanger. And then episode 2. Well, episode 2 open up with Q talking to Picard. And, well, Q slap Picard in the face, just like this. Yeah, for some reason. And also Q shows Picard a room inside this house. And, well, in that room, you see different heads, skeleton heads of different Star Trek creatures or people. And, well, you see also a head skeleton of the Ferengi. You see a skeleton head of Cardassians and maybe humans. Yeah, and Q tells Picard about these creatures and people, that there were skeleton heads of in that room. And then the servant comes, the android, and talks to Picard. Yeah. And also in these episodes we see 7 of 9. Well, she's back, and we see Rafi, I believe. Yeah. Well, she's back, and Elnor, he's back, and also the other people, but new ones also. Um, you remember when Picard were little kid. His mom also says, Picard, look up. Yeah. So, I heard that some people out there says that this woman, this Borg woman, could be Picard's mom for some reason. Well, could it? Who knows? Maybe we get to know at the end of the season 3, the last season. Maybe we get to know who the Borg Queen is. Maybe it's Jean-Luc's mother. Maybe not. So maybe. Um. So she also says to Picard when he was a little boy, "Look out." When people say "look up," um, you don't gonna see up like this. No, you're gonna duck. Yeah, because then it's something's happening. So you have to look out. You know. Um, and in that second episode, Q did something to the time, so he changed the time. Everything is different. 7 of 9, she woke up, but something happened to 7 of 9. Well, you remember that thing she has in her face that she had when she was a Borg, you know, that the thing she has in here, that disappeared. Yeah. So 7 of 9, she looks in the mirror and she wondering, where is that mark that I have from the Borg? And then she finds out that she was married. And she was also the president. Yeah. And Picard, he was Hitler back in the 40s, 1940s. So so Picard was um, just like Hitler in this time, because Picard did something in this time, something bad. Yeah. But the real Picard didn't. But this Picard that lives in this timeline, he did. So he was kind of a Hitler number 2. Yeah. So Picard and Son of Nine meet. And also before that, you see, Rafi, she was in there, and she was we meet Eleanor and a woman, a girl that was in love with Eleanor also, but she got killed because the guards in that timeline, they killed her, and Eleanor runs and meet up with some guards, and Rafi, she was the boss of those guards. So she brought Eleanor. She arrested Eleanor with the guards, and brought him to, you know, and well, the blonde woman who worked on the ship, um, she wakes up in a laboratory and talking to some animate cat on a TV screen. Yeah. And then, later on, they had captured the Borg woman, the Borg queen. Yeah. Spoiler. Well, if you haven't watched the episode, the number one, the first episode, the second, and the third episode. So, well, this video could be spoilers. Yeah. Well, and also in the end of episode 2, when the, Picard and Son of Nine and Raffi and Adalder were on the ship, but before that, you see, well, the captain that has the ship, you remember from season 1 of Picard, yeah, him was the captain of the Stargazer, yeah. So his original ship was given to Seven of Nine because Seven of Nine going to take care of the ship. But at the beginning, when we see this ship in season 2, we see that Seven of Nine has some problems because some bad guys transported to the ship because they're going to steal the merchandise, the items that they have. So Seven of Nine and the hologram, she has a hologram there, they fight those bad guys. Yeah. That also happened in the first episode of season 2. Yeah. So, well, so I watched the third episode, but by the end of episode 2, you see one of the crew were killed. Yeah. Not at first, but one of the crew was shot. Yeah. And then the episodes ends with a cliffhanger, and episode 3 comes out. And then you see that person who was shot in episode 2 died. But who died, I don't want to tell you because that's going to be spoilers. But that's going to be a surprise for you. When you see episode 2, you know one of the crew on the ship dies. But who? So episode 3 started with but it continues from episode 2, and they were boarded of Seven of Nine's husband and some guards. Yeah. And ask, who are you? Because Seven of Nine's husband want to know who Seven of Nine and the other really is, because they wasn't the same people that Seven of Nine's husband knows. No. And then the fighting starts. And well, also you see that they travel back in time. The Borg Queen, she helps them to go back in time. And when they go back in time to fix the timeline, Well, they do the same thing as well. You remember in Star Trek Voyage Home when Kirk, Spock, Scotty, and the other from that movie, um, they went back in time, well, to fix the future by getting some whales, because the sound of the whales would help them to save the future. So they went back in time, got some whales, and went to the future, and the rest. Um, so Picard and the crew of the ship, but where's the Stargazer? Who knows? But but you see the Stargazer in in a couple of minutes in episode 1. Yeah, a couple of minutes time, 5, 6, or 7 minutes, maybe less or maybe more. But you see it in episode 1. And they went back in time, and also when they went back in time, and later on, that the Borg Queen, Captain Picard asked the Borg Queen, how did Q change the time at first? And then she told Picard, and it said that it was a year 2024. So they have to go back to 2024. And also, Borg Queen says that there's a person there called the Watcher. Yeah. And you see, and also you see this blonde woman. Something happened, and the Queen were taken offline. But Bird Queen, were talking, but no one listened, couldn't hear what she says. No. So the blonde woman, she told Picard that I can go into her and find out what she's saying. But Picard says, no, it's risky. So if you do that, she will get you and assimilate you and some other stuff. But the blonde woman, she convinced Picard, now I can do it. I can find out what the Borg woman thinks. So she connected. So Picard connected her to the Borg Queen, and her conscience talks to Picard for a while, and then she almost got assimilated, but Picard took her out. So a couple of seconds later, when she was, before Picard took her out, you hear the Borg Queen and the blonde woman says the same thing. Yeah. So Picard knew that if she was connected a couple of minutes more, she will be assimilated. So Picard connected her, and she was free from the Borg Queen. And when the blonde woman were sitting in that chair for a while, the Borg woman started talking, and she says something to Picard. And the blonde woman woke up, and the Borg Queen didn't tell Picard what he wanted to know. So the blonde woman has found out something that the board queen didn't tell them. So she asked the computer about the Watcher and where the Watcher is, and the computer told them. Well, 7 of 9, she was transported down, and well, there was this little girl who saw that, and the little girl asks, "Are you a superhero?" And the 7 of 9 told her something. Um, and then Rafi, she was transported in another place. And when she was transported down, she meets this robber. This person is going to rob her because he wants some money. But Rafi, she takes the gun out of his hand and slap him down. Yeah. The man who are the captain of the ship and then the captain of the Stargazer, he was transported down, but he got a little accident, so he was brought to a clinic. Yeah, to a clinic, and then the the thing that he has to contact the ship, he lost it on the floor, and it was a little boy who picked it up, and later on he got some food. He found some food, and he said to the boy, "We can, you can get this plate with those sandwiches, and I can get that thing. So we want to trade." And then this woman comes up. She was a doctor in the clinic because she owns the clinic. And she was the mother of that boy. Yeah. And a little while after, the cops were knocking at the door because this clinic wasn't, how do you say, it was not legal. No, it was illegal. So the cops comes and arrested this man, that works for Picard and Son of Nine and them. Milos or something. I think his name was Milos. Yeah. And a little later on, you hear Picard or Son of Nine of them tries to contact Milos, but he didn't answer. And then the episode stops and ends with a cliffhanger. Yeah. And well, also, where are the Borg Queen? She got no legs. No, she doesn't. She hangs on the wall like a poster with these tubes sticking out of her. And a little bit early, when they were meeting these Federation ships, they destroyed one. But, that the Borg Queen took over that ship and she destroyed the last 2 of those Federation ships. And the man who were the captain of the ship, who owns that ship, says, "Picard, I don't have control over the ship." That's because the Borg Queen has control. And then she brought them back in time. But the question is, who is the Watcher? Well, I can tell you some spoilers. It could be, that Brent Spiner. He's gonna come and play another person in Star Trek Picard season 2. So it could be him, Brent Spiner. That is the Watcher. Who knows? It could be Guinan. You know that Guinan. You see her in different timelines. It could be her. That is the Watcher. Or it could be Picard. Maybe it's Picard, but he doesn't know it. That maybe he's not the Watcher. Maybe it's Picard. Maybe. Because Picard were transported in season 1 into a robotic body. Yeah. So it could be Picard that is the Watcher. Maybe. But, my opinion is that the Watcher is Brent Spiner, the character that Brent Spiner plays in season 2. It could be him that's is the Watcher. Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. So you have to watch the show, the season 2, to see if I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Picard season 1. I like season 1, but there's 2 scenes that I didn't like. Scene 1, you know that the boy names Egypt, the young boy Egypt, that you see in the Star Trek Voyager. Well, he was lying on this table, and you know that the Romulans, they were on the ship, and they removed his Borg implants, and they cut out his eye, so took out his eye and killed him for no reason, and he didn't talk. He didn't say nothing. No, he's just lying there, scared, and they just killed him off for some reason. So that scene I didn't like at all. No. And scene number 2, Data. Yeah, you know that they brought Picard into the holograms, a world, hologram. And you see Data lying on the couch, and his face, were, his face, and then he turns into sand. Yeah. And then, poof, he was gone. So they killed off Data in season 1 of Picard. I didn't like that at all. As I saw for many years ago, the movie Star Trek Nemesis, they killed Data in that movie. But the question is, did they? Yeah. Because you see, B4, that's another copy of Data, and Data. So it could be B4 that they transported to the ship that saves Picard. Yeah. And then Data pretends to be before. Yeah. So that's my opinion. But people, they tells different opinions about that. But, well, my opinion is that Data isn't the one who were transported to that ship and saved Picard. No. Because you remember that Data gave before some of his memories. Yeah. So it could be before that they transported to the ship and Data were actually on Enterprise all the time. Yeah. So I have a season 1 Picard season 1 on a DVD and Blu-ray, but I can't wait to get season 2 on Blu-ray and DVD. I have all the seasons of Star Trek Voyager, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, originally series, and Enterprise on DVD, and Next Generation. An original series I got on Blu-ray, but on Blu-ray I got also season 1 and 2 of Enterprise. Because season 3 and 4 you don't get with Norwegian subtitles. No. So I have only 2 seasons of them on Blu-ray. Because season 1 and 2 is in Norwegian subtitle. And on VHS I got the entire show of Star Trek Voyager. I got all the tapes of Star Trek Voyager. And Next Generation, originally, Next Generation, and the original TV series from the 60s, and Deep Space Nine. This is Dr. Who Davis and more, letting you know that you can put the thumb up if you like my videos. You can also subscribe to my channel, and you can also click the notification bell if you want to know every time I upload a video here on YouTube.